So what do you call a Chinese man with correct change?
What's that?
Exactly.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
right.
almost racist.
You're back on.
Just almost. Just deliciously close enough to the line.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the now internationally known Pops On. Episode 10.
10, baby. We made it to double digits.
Yeah,
Yay.
man.
I'm not drinking out of sippy cups anymore.
God damn it, man. We done made it international. Got some listeners in with Russia, Australia, Jamaica, Guam.
Big props to Comrade Putin.
Shouts to Putin.
for 2 downloads over in the Russian Federation, apparently.
My main man, Putin.
Yeah, we upgraded our hosting so we can actually see where the downloads are coming from now. We've got Austria, Australia, Jamaica, Canada, Russia for some reason, Switzerland. We're in Switzerland.
Swiss.
The Spice love us. I mean, these are like a small handful of downloads.
Hey, but that makes us international now.
Yeah, we are international.
Put some respect on this name.
And we've got listeners in California. So we are, transcontinental and international. That's right.
We all over the place, baby. Yeah.
We're being listened to by Disney. We're being listened to by Russia. And we'd like to thank all of you for making that possible. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
Yes.
I'm your main man, Raul. And to my, what is this, left? What we got?
I'm going to give you index cards to hold up. Make the L with your fingers, and that's your left.
Ah, that makes sense.
What's up, guys? It's Jay Alvarez.
You know a funny, stupid story? You know how your headphones say right and left?
Yeah.
I just thought that meant Raul Lambert.
I'm done with you.
I was like, oh, this shit is just for me. Every time. Look, Ma.
We put Raul outside. He's in a corner. Baby can't make eye contact with anyone for the rest of the day. Over, of course, as always, on the sound, we have Mr. Marcel.
Producer extraordinaire. We appreciate you, man.
Yeah, we had a hell of a morning, man.
Yeah, man, you fucking bad influences. I'm not going to say what we did. I'm going to say where we was at. We were at the Burn It Down podcast, man, with Dabs K and...
Dabs K, J Flow, and Computer. Yeah, they had they asked us to come on, and we had a hell of a time hanging out with them in their studio.
That was fun.
We pushed Pops on, and really just had a blast with the Burn It Down crew.
Yeah, it was definitely it was fun times over there, man. We appreciate them having us on, and all the hospitality. It was great.
Yeah,
it was great.
Yeah, that was awesome. Thank you guys. It's always a pleasure. Dabs, J Flow, and Computer. We look forward to have you guys on our show here soon. But huge respect for having us on and asking us in the first place. That was really awesome. So thank you guys.
Appreciate it.
For those of you listening who don't listen to the Burn It Down show, you can find them for sure on Stitcher. Just type in Burn It Down. Check them out. Drop some love on them. They take questions. They have a blast with them. Just like you have fun with us.
Definitely was fun times, man. How was aside from that though, which was great? How was your week though?
It was a good week, man. Slow week. Didn't really do too much. Work, comedy. Been doing a stretch of shows at Gregory's Comedy Club this weekend with Brett James and Steve Laszlo.
Nice.
Which has been really fun. Two really funny comics. Aside from that, man, it's just been a slow, steady week. Talked to the kid over the phone. Didn't talk to his mother over the phone. So a good week. All in.
I feel you. Yeah, no, like I said, it was back to school week, and now my VPKer has homework. I just realized how much I hated homework.
Oh,
again. He's starting off with he's good with the coloring. He's good. He can write his name, but he just doesn't like taking direction, and that's where I have to really drill it in his head. Like, yeah, you don't do this, you're not gonna be able to do a lot of shit, buddy. All right.
Yeah.
So that's been my week. Homework. For real. God damn, I hate homework.
Yeah, really, homework isn't really something for the kids to take home and learn. Homework is just a way for the teachers to get back at the parents for having to deal with their badass baby's kids for 8 hours a day.
Pretty much, yo, because I'm cutting papers and putting them into shape. Nigga, what are you doing? Why are you sitting there with the PS4 controller in your hand?
You gonna do this for me, Daddy? And he smiles, and you can't do nothing but give him a chicken nugget and teach him about sex.
Jesus, no.
Yeah, sorry, I'm still reeling from my earlier chicken nuggets. That's all I know anymore.
But other than that, it was a good week. Again, shouts out to Burn It Down Show. We really appreciate that. So let's get into this week's ridiculous topics. This is going to be a DCEU heavy show today because what the fuck is going on over there?
That might not be all that happened, but it's definitely all that matters.
That's true. That's true. We've got first up some comments from the upcoming director of the upcoming Batman trilogy, Matt Reeves, first saying that the Batman trilogy won't take place in the MCU. Oh, sorry. Whoa. In the DCEU.
We can't even keep it for a topic.
Nope. In the DCEU. And then coming back a day later, like, no. What I meant was it's going to be in the DCEU, just, an offshoot. It's not going to have a bunch of cameos and all this other stuff. How you feel about that, Lie?
He's full of shit. Yep. Yeah, no, this isn't news. This isn't news. I feel like it shouldn't be news. If it is news, you're not paying attention. I've been saying it forever. I think Ben Affleck was out as Batman back in February.
Yep.
As soon as it's little by little things keep slipping out, and I think it's like DC saying, "What the fuck are you doing? People aren't supposed to know that yet."
Yep.
And they having to backtrack on the comments. This is coming off on the heels of another announcement that was made. And I think that once that announcement was made, we're going to talk about that later, folks. Sorry, I don't mean to tease like that. But I think once that announcement was made, I think Matt Reeves probably thought, oh, well, I mean, if they made that announcement, then I'm all clear to, make this one. And then he did. And I think they came at him right away. It's like, hey, you jumped the gun on this. We can't talk about this yet. And so he had to go back and retract the statements. Oh, well, Batman's not in the DCEU, but what I meant to say was like he is in the DCEU, just not in the Justice League movie. So it's not going to be like, a bunch of movies. Think of it like Iron Man 2, where it's just Iron Man instead of, like all the Avengers. Even though it's in the same universe, it's just him, and that's all we're focusing on. And I'm backpedaling so hard, I'm about to run into this Mack truck coming up behind me because I fucked up.
Exactly. That's what that sounded like to me. Because one day, it's not going to be because of the announcement that we're going to talk about later. And then they must have called, yo, what are you doing? What are you? Not yet. Bring it back right now. And then he gave back that statement saying, no, this is what it is. Yeah, if you didn't say what you said before, then what you just said would make perfect sense. And it's a no-brainer. It shouldn't have to be said. Now that you said what you said, nothing is believable.
Yeah, he's not, and that's not a stupid mistake. That's not like something where, this, I can't even think of anything that would have justified that. He knows better than to say, this isn't in the DCEU. Either it is or it isn't. And you don't, you can have a Batman standalone in the DCEU, like, this isn't you could have said this isn't a Justice League movie,
right,
or this isn't along the Justice League storyline. This is just the Batman,
right?
And it's dedicated. He could have easily said that. When you say it's not in the DCEU, you know what you're saying.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You're being trusted with the biggest property in the DCEU right now, and he's not new. And this isn't the first movie he's directed. This isn't the first franchise he's been a part of.
Exactly.
He knew exactly what he was saying, and he was forced to backtrack, just like everyone else since February has been forced to backtrack on.
Yo, man,
it's just too many people saying the same thing and then coming back the next day clarifying. No. I think it's news. I think it's old news. I don't think that this should be a shock to anyone when you hear that Ben Affleck will never be Batman again after Justice League. I think it's done.
That's a fact. They just need to get together over there on DC with this because, again, Batman is my favorite. And I don't know what their new plan is, and apparently they don't either, because even more so now, DC has announced another movie, Joker and Harley Quinn standalone movie within the DCEU, and that's supposed to take the place of Gotham City Sirens that would have starred Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, and Catwoman.
Right.
Now, I don't think this is a bad move, but again, where did this even come from?
This came from, I think, a desire to desperately scratch for something. This screams like we're desperate for ideas at this point.
Yeah.
I do think they're kind of imploding. I think they're trying to figure out what they can do as a last ditch. Like, okay, well, how about instead of Gotham City Sirens, we just give everybody the Joker Harley Quinn movie we want?
Nobody wanted that.
I don't think it's not a person in here who really, really cares that ever wanted this.
No, this is the Joker and Harley Quinn. Like, what they're trying to do is try to make a villains centric universe, because they got the Suicide Squad. They want to do a Gotham City Sirens, which is female villains. Then they want to do Joker with Harley Quinn, focusing on them. That's not. They don't have enough to really do that. Like, they haven't set anything up with them enough to just announce that type of movie. I haven't seen enough of Joker in anything at all. Not even in a movie that he was heavily promoted in, Suicide Squad. I liked Harley Quinn, but again, she doesn't warrant her own movie.
Yeah, no, that's just, she looks good in a pair of short shorts and a skimpy shirt, and she sells tickets. That's all it is. It's a money move. People, the tweens that live in this day want this movie more than anything. And I think they're the only ones. And I don't even think they want it that much. I just think they'd be the first ones to go watch it. It's one of those like, well, I didn't really know I wanted that movie, but yeah, I'll go watch it. And there's no... Harley Quinn's going to sell tickets.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. There's no way she doesn't sell tickets. I think people are either curious enough about the Joker or totally turned off by this Joker that they're going to watch it anyway. Either they're really into it and they're like, oh, yeah, I can watch this and give it a shot. Or like, I'm going to go watch this piece of garbage just so I can trash it on social media.
Yeah.
And then the fact that it's taking the place of Gotham City Sirens, you know what? That was a shit show announcement in the first place. When I heard that they were announcing that, like, oh, Suicide Squad did reasonably okay. Harley Quinn was the favorite. Let's do Gotham City Sirens with her in the front and the other two women villains. Like, no. Because the last Catwoman you had was Vivica A. Fox.
No.
Not Vivica A. Fox. I'm sorry, Halle Berry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, that was just bad on my part.
Equally bad.
Yeah. No, it's that when I see Halle Berry, I wish it was Vivica A. Fox. It was, you put Vivica A. Fox in that Catwoman suit.
God damn.
Mm-hmm.
I still watch that Independence Day scene.
We're going to take a moment here for Vivica A. Fox.
Shouts to her.
Mm-hmm.
No, she listening.
But... yeah, I mean, the last Catwoman we had was Halle Berry. And the last Poison Ivy we had was...
oh, Uma Thurman?
Uma Thurman, yeah. So you need to give me a little more before you just throw these at me.
True.
And this whole... everything from Gotham City Sirens being announced to now that's being taken off the table to Joker and Harley Quinn. Somebody's just trying to figure out how to keep a job.
Yeah.
That is a writer or a producer like, I need to keep my income.
And it's confusing for a lot of the fans at this point, because now with this next announcement, which is probably the biggest and best thing to come out of the DCEU for a long time, that may not even be in the DCEU, is a Joker standalone movie of the early years, like a prequel, like an origin story, produced by Martin Scorcese, written by Scott Silver and Todd Phillips, and also Todd Phillips is supposed to be directing as well. Now, this, I kind of have some mixed feelings about. Look, what you think of it?
Okay, so let's just look at what the announcement is first. I'm going to break it up. Joker standalone movie produced by Martin Scorcese, written by Scott Silver and Todd Phillips, and directed by Todd Phillips. Just that, those group of words together in a sentence excite the living shit out of me.
Right.
Because you've got Martin Scorsese, Scott Silver, and Ted Phillips attached to this. You know Scorsese is going to write a hell of a story. All of it sounds good. That sounds like it's fantastic. But let's look at it a little bit. Martin Scorsese is not directing it. He's producing it. He is having a hand in writing it, from what I understand. But for the most part, he's producing it. The last Martin Scorsese production that I remember was Grandmaster. No one saw it. I saw it. I didn't like it. It was a story about Ip Man, the guy who trained Bruce Lee. Yeah. And most people know IP Man because that's how they pronounce it. It's wrong. It's Ip Man because that was his name.
Thanks for
1, 2,
education.
and 3. Yeah, and part 3 is the one he fought Mike Tyson.
Wow.
And starred Donnie Yen on the Ip Man and the good ones. Then you had Grandmaster, which kind of tried to take that same story and kind of make him into a folk hero. It sucked. The movie was no good. It wasn't all bad. I mean, it was Scorsese, so there were some saving graces to it. But at that point, I realized, just because it was produced by him doesn't mean it's worth crap.
Right.
So you have that against it. Also, it's a Joker origin story. Warner Brothers can't get their shit together to get a group of comic book heroes that already have story arcs together. Mm-hmm. Like, they have a hard time adapting to existing stories. There is no Joker origin story. None official. There's no canon.
Nope.
You're telling me that I have to trust them to make one up?
Mm-mm.
I don't trust Warner Brothers at this point with anything DC. I mean, I like the idea. I like the idea that they're going to create these movies outside of the DCEU and just kind of have that creative freedom. That sounds good. That sounds fun. And I like that idea. You get a lot of different stories. You get a lot of different ideas. But I don't trust them.
All right. I get where you're coming from with that. Here's another take on it. So, like I said, I have mixed feelings on it. I have not... Joker's one of my favorites. Probably top.
I love the guy.
Top favorite villain, right?
Yeah, he was at my kid's bar mitzvah. I love him.
What that means to me is I don't really necessarily need to know how he became that way. I don't want to know an origin story of this particular villain. He's crazy just for the sake of being crazy. And I like that. I don't want to know that, this happened and this turn of events happened. I like the mysteriousness. What I liked about my favorite Joker is Heath Ledger's. How he kept giving the different types of ways he got the scars on his face.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that psychoticness in him that he doesn't even really know. Maybe he does, but this is how he envisioned it differently.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? The unofficial origins of the Joker, he was a failed comedian, and he got tapped to do some kind of heist for extra money, and he played as the Red Hood, fell into the vat, became crazy.
Yeah.
And then another one was, as a matter of fact, I think that's like the one that they're running with.
Yeah, that's the main, that's the
main
common
one,
vein
right?
theory, yeah.
And then you have the Joker origin, quote unquote, that's in the Gotham TV show, that's crazy in itself.
It's just a natural born sociopath.
Yeah, just crazy. I think he killed his mom or something like that.
Yep.
Like, okay, that's dope. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna come up with? And again, I like the Joker. I don't know who he was before that, so who knows if I'm gonna like this person?
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? Who knows if I want to see an entire movie about this person?
Taking this outside of Warner Brothers, let's pretend it wasn't Warner Brothers, let's pretend it was anyone else. Mm-hmm. I'd be excited for it because you're right. We don't have a Joker origin story where I get why people don't want that. People just want to believe he's just some psychopath and that's it.
That's it.
I'm interested because DC does have really good villains, and there's a lot of there's a lot of richness in the Joker because there is so much mystery. And yeah, giving him an origin story that's canon would take away a lot of that mystery. Yep. But damned if I don't think it'd be an interesting story. What I'm hoping, or in the back of my head, what I kind of think they might do, is kind of, it was a comic or a cartoon, I can't remember, where Joker gave like 5 different origin stories for himself.
Yeah, The Killing Joke.
The Killing Joke, yeah. Okay, so it's a Killing Joke. I'm kind of hoping they adapt that. But kind of put it in, because they said it's going to be like a crime drama.
Right.
So I'm kind of hoping they do like a Usual Suspects type of thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Where there's like several different versions of the story, and at the end of the movie, you don't know which one was true. Like, you don't realize you're watching different versions of the same story. You know what I mean? Until the very end where it comes out, you're like, wait, what the fuck? Wait, this was all different. Like, you realize at the end of it, it's different people narrating. Like, they're all giving...
That makes sense.
You know what I mean? Like they're all giving a disposition to the police. Like, they're all snitching out whatever went wrong on this job.
Right.
And then at the end of it, they just ended in a way where you don't know what really happened. You don't know what really turned this guy the way he is. So you get a good movie about a heist and a good background for the Joker. So there's stuff hinted at it, but at the end of the movie, you still don't know shit.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean? Like you walk out with a mind fuck. I would like to see that. You know what I mean? And I think that would be. And I think Scorsese's the guy to pull that off.
Yeah. He has a hand in it. And that's the only saving grace to me buying into this Joker standalone is because I like from the movies that I've seen. I like all of what Scorsese has done. My favorite movie is what is that movie with him and Leo DiCaprio? Departed. The Departed.
Yeah, The Departed. Well, I was gonna say they also got Shutter Island.
Shutter Island was dope to me too,
Yep.
and it could be something in that well house type.
Yeah, and see, Shutter Island was that one that ended on a mindfuck. You're like, wait, he's been crazy the whole time?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. Scorsese is the guy to do that. And then, with even going back to The Departed, the way that story came together, you know what I mean? Like, you're seeing the same story from a few different perspectives.
Exactly.
You're seeing it from Leonardo DiCaprio's perspective. You're seeing it from Mark Wahlberg's perspective for like a little brief period. You're seeing it from Matt Damon's perspective. You're seeing it from two different sides. And at the end of the movie, like who's
real and who's not?
Yeah, who's real? What's really going on here? You know.
I don't know, he's done some great movies. I did like Wolf of Wall Street, The Departed, Shutter Island. This is the only reason why I'm buying into this. He has a hand in it. The minute that they say Scorsese is out, I'm fucking done.
Yeah, no. If you drive Scorsese away from a project, I'm done.
Because I'm still waiting for him to do this damn Mike Tyson biopic.
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need that in my life.
Yeah, I agree with you. If Scorsese is not the type of producer to get pushed around.
Nope.
Dead up.
And this is probably another reason why it's got to be outside of the DCEU because
he's going to want that freedom.
Yeah, he needs that freedom. You can't put him in a box. I don't ever want to see a Scorsese MCU movie because you don't put that man in a box. Let him do what he needs to do.
Yeah, let him tell a story. And I like the idea that this might be a thing now. Like we're just gonna have movies that have nothing to do with Justice League. That have nothing to do with that whole universe. We're just gonna have we'll have the DCEU story arc, which has been not great up to this point. But you have a bunch of different stories that are just focused on those stories and those movies. And that's why I think Wonder Woman was so good. Wonder Woman was not made for the Justice League. Wonder Woman was, it tied in, and they did a good job tying it in as spoiler alert, they did a good job tying the movie in as a flashback. But Wonder Woman wasn't telling a Justice League story. Wonder Woman was telling the story of Wonder Woman. And this is it. This is the struggle. This is the conflict. These are the characters. This is the resolution. Done. Oh, and by the way, it also ties into this. That's why I think we're going to talk about it. MCU does well. They don't. The movies they make, the standalone movies, are, with the exception of Civil War, which had a lot more to do with the bigger story arc. But a Thor movie is a Thor movie. Ant-Man was an Ant-Man movie. Guardians are Guardians movies. Iron Man is an Iron Man movie. Winter Soldier and the First Avenger were Captain America movies. Granted, Captain America does lean a little more towards the bigger Avengers, but that's just because he leads the Avengers.
Right. And
it's hard to make a movie with him without it.
Even Civil War, that still felt like a Cap movie.
It was a Cap movie. You have Black Panther coming out. That is a Black Panther movie.
And Spider-Man too.
Yeah.
Everybody thought it was Iron Man. No,
it was a Spider-Man movie. So
they don't take the focus off of where it needs to be.
Yeah, they're less worried. They're more worried about, all right, let's just make this movie and then we'll figure out how to get the MCU to fit into it. There's of course things that have to happen because you are taking a big picture look, but you can focus small on the movie because of the way that it's loose. The future's still not written. It's still kind of loose and they can adapt.
Exactly.
Whereas what DC's been doing, it feels like, is we're just going to focus on a big story that we don't even know what the long story is in the first place.
I feel like that Justice League trailer was released way too quick. Because, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm not excited for this movie anymore. Justice League? I'm done.
Really?
No.
I'm trying to hold out hope. I'm trying to, man.
Haven't you ever watched Don't Be a Menace? Hope is for suckers. Now, will you please tap that white lady on the shoulder for me, my ebony princess?
Jesus Christ.
My milk of magnesia.
I don't know, man. DC's got to get it together. I mean, I feel like it's just they just been doomed from the jump.
I would like to see DC get away from Warner Brothers.
Who would they go with? What studio would you pair them with?
Does it matter at this point? Get with fucking TriStar for all I care. I don't care. Like anything. Bring back, what was it, Orion? Remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
Bring them back. Bring back Miramax. I don't give it anything at this point that isn't Warner Brothers. I just want to see it go to a different studio with different producers who are willing to give them
a shot.
What
would you think if they were to go to Netflix? What do you think? Because that gives them the DCEU
it
by
would-
itself, and it gives them the freedom to do what needs to be done, and they can adapt the comics correctly.
See, I immediately went to the whole, well, they just bought out Miller World.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and, you know, like I immediately went to conflict of interest on that.
True.
But yeah, let's say if they were to go somewhere where it would be serialized and, you know, more production be given to it, like more focus on the production. Yeah, I think that could work. Like let's say they develop something with Showtime or HBO.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I could see that working. But again, at this point, I'd see something with Miramax working better than what it's working with Warner Brothers.
Doesn't
You know,
matter
give
what they
it
do.
a defunct, you know, production company that doesn't even exist anymore, and you will still get something better than what you've been getting so far out of Warner Brothers.
Sad, man. I
So,
don't know.
but yeah, to answer the original question, yeah, Scorsese, he's not going to get pushed around, and if he walks away from this, that's an obvious sign that it's studio producers that are.
Jumping in and fucking shit up
just
again.
put in like it's either this way or the highway, and Scorsese's gonna throw up his big fat Italian fingers and say, "Go fuck yourselves. I'm out this piece."
I don't know.
So if he walks away from this, I've totally lost any hope in anything that Warner Brothers gives us from the DCEU, which is DC in general.
Still got Aquaman. I'm still excited for Aquaman.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah. Khal Drogo in the water doesn't really matter to me.
Fuck that. I'm with
Yep.
it. I'm with it. Yeah, man. So, DC, get it together, please. You know, this is coming from the internationally known pop song with Raul and Jay.
Disney's taking our advice. You should too.
Exactly. And with that, folks, we're gonna take a little break and come back. And talk about some different things.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Previously on Pop Song.
In respect to that, I got my son with us. Say what's up, little man.
Sup?
So my 12-year-old son, my boy, my pride and joy, is being solicited for a dick pic. It looks like he ghosted on her. Because the next couple of text messages are, hey, I was just kidding. Hey, I haven't heard from you. Hey, when are you coming back to summer camp? So he just, it seems like my son got scared, which is what I would expect. I know my son, he's not there. It's about time that I gotta have that talk with him. I actually went to go see him this weekend, and we had the talk.
Wait, before you do that, were there chicken nuggets?
He sincerely, and I had to drag this out of him, thought she wanted a picture of the puppies that he had just had without fur. And like, she's asking for pictures of you naked. And he just looked at me and was like, why the hell would she want that? I'm said, little man, what do you know about sex? She's like, sex? I said, yeah, what do you, be real with me. I want you to be upfront. And don't worry, you're not gonna get in trouble for anything. Everything that we say is between you and me. And everybody listening to this podcast right now, apparently.
Shouts out to everybody listening.
What do you know about sex? And he's like, is that the part of the movies where you and mommy tell me to close my eyes? My son is the most innocent 12-year-old kid, I think, in existence right now, to come out of Miami.
Crisis averted.
Yeah. He's gonna have a chick pregnant in 2 weeks.
Oh.
Yep.
That'll be hilarious.
That'll be what happens.
For you, not
yeah.
I'm gonna be here like, oh shit, he got you, my nigga. Like he And now. So we're back from our break.
Mm-hmm.
Internationally known pop song with Jay and Raul.
Yeah, man.
We are gonna talk about some disappointment. Jay?
Story time, folks. So we all know I've been having this conversation with my son about the talk, that whole little situation. We found out that a little girl was soliciting pictures from him. You know, I went down and had the conversation, and things were good, and you know, I was like, all right, he's good because his mind's just not there yet. We're okay. He's a good, innocent little boy. And I came back home with that knowledge and with that happiness. So sometimes, folks, your kids are gonna lie to you.
He lied.
And sometimes you're gonna find out in not the best of ways.
Fucking lied.
We're not gonna get too graphic, but we're gonna find out. I'll leave it to say, we found out that my son was in fact doing some shit he wasn't supposed to be doing.
Damn.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and it's not good. It's not okay. His mom, I think, is still in the middle of hyperventilating because she was the one that found out, and she found out in the worst way a mother could possibly find out.
Yeah.
So my son doesn't have a phone anymore. Yep, that's it. We speak through Ravens now.
Smoke signals and shit.
Yep. He lost football. It's not football because he lied to me.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's one of those like, okay, you don't know what to do with your phone because we had this conversation. You still acting a fool with it. So he lost his phone.
Mm-hmm.
He lost his tablets, and not like, okay, you lost your phone for a week. No, he lost his phone.
Done.
Period. I'm not paying for it anymore. He doesn't have it anymore. It's no longer in his possession. His tablets are also no longer in his possession. He does not get them. He gets to use his mother's tablet so he can control the Chromecast in the living room. That's it. He lied to me about the whole situation. So for that, he lost football. Period. He's not, oh, you're going to miss a couple of games. No, you're out for the season. Little man, out for injury, undetermined time. And it sucks, man. It sucks because I put all my faith in the kid. Like, I gave all the benefit of the doubt to him. And I feel stupid because I feel like if I would have pressed a little harder, and I pressed hard when I spoke to him, and he just really, really played it off. So it sucks because I got lied to.
Fucking lie!
And it sucks because I gave him every opportunity to not to. Had he been honest with me, had he told me that, yeah, he did do something, I would have been like, yo, you know what? You just lost your phone for a week or two.
Right.
You know, maybe a month. Maybe if I really wanted to drive the point home. But I would have been like, okay, look, I'm happy you came to me. I'm happy you could talk to me about this, and that's all right. And I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad that he's discovering his body. He's 12. You've all heard. I was a little more worried about the fact that he wasn't. Yeah. So I'm not mad at that, and I'm not mad that he made stupid mistakes without knowing. You know what I mean? Nobody had the conversation with him. Yeah, you might know it's wrong, but you may not understand all the reasons why it's wrong. You know, so I can't hold that against you either. But the fact that I gave you an opportunity to come clean and he didn't, you know what I mean? That's like, you know what? Now I can be mad. Now I can be disappointed. Before, if he would have told me, I would have been a little, not even upset, because like I said, he didn't know the full scope of the consequences. I would have been a little disappointed that he doesn't have better judgment on his own outside of that. But again, it's a learning opportunity, and that's, you know, where I can say, all right, I'm not mad at you. You did the right thing by telling me about this, but your actions have consequences. So because you did that, this is going to happen, all right? After a month, you get your phone back. We're going to monitor you. We're going to make sure that you're not doing anything that you're not supposed to be doing. But you came clean. I'm not going to be mad at you. You're not in trouble, but there are some consequences you have to pay for this.
Absolutely.
But because he straight up lied, because he continued to act the fool with what he's got, like, all right, cool. No point in yelling at him.
You know what you did.
Yeah, you know what you did at this point. Yelling at him is not going to do anything. So at this point, I just said, you know what? I got you, son. I got you. You want to act? You're still gonna learn that consequences have actions. Yeah. But now it's gonna be a lot tougher. So no phone, no football, and no friends for a couple of months.
Shit.
Like no friend, really, no birthday parties. Oh, but Carlos having a birthday party. Well, happy birthday, Carlos. Get your ass to your room. Yeah, like from now on, it's school. Come home, you do your homework, you do your chores, and it's off to bed. Because you want to act like a real man? Well, guess what? Real men don't have time for that bullshit in their lives. Real men have families, real men have jobs, real men have things. Yeah, you might be able to get up and, you know, go hang out every now and then with your friends, but you know when you do get to do that? When everything else in your life is in order. Right now, your shit is out of order, so it's not happening.
Damn, son.
So this is a day that little man becomes a man.
Yeah.
And I have... It sucks being lied to, man. I think that's the big thing on this. Like, you know, you raise the kid, you feed him, you give him everything that you can, and then to find out that you just bold-faced lied in your face.
To your face.
You know, I'm taking it as best as I can. It still hurts me in the heart.
Yeah, I could imagine. I feel like I was lied to too, man.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like the two people in Russia that are listening to this were probably
you know
lied
what I mean?
to. Sorry, Igor and Jovich. I'm assuming those are names.
Racist.
Is it?
Fuck. Well, I don't know, man.
How would you do that? How have you been lied to by? I know you got 2 teenage daughters. I know you've been lied to.
I know I have been. I haven't called them yet. Haven't called him yet. So I don't know. I know, like I teach my son, don't. I said if you tell me the truth of whatever I ask you, you're off the hook.
Yeah.
Point blank period. Because you came to me like a man. You said what you did. You're gonna get some consequences, of course. But the fact that you were man enough to tell me the truth about what happened, that gives you a bly.
Yeah. That doesn't mean to do it in the... And
Right.
it's like, don't do this again and think just because you came clean about it. Because now you know better.
Exactly. Now
The
you
next
know
time you
better.
will be in trouble.
But it does suck being lied to. My little brother, this is not even that big at all. Well, years ago, when Facebook and all that was just popping, and my little brother had a little phone. I guess him and his friends were sharing a Facebook. I don't know why.
Oh, was one of the friends cheating on the other friend, so they had to go all get in together?
Bro, he wasn't even like 10 yet, to be honest with you. So I asked him, I was like, yo, are you on a Facebook or not? Yes or no? Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. But then I look at the damn Facebook, it says at the barbershop with my brother. Nigga, I'm right here. Like, we are at the barbershop right now. Are you fucking stupid? So that, even though it was a small thing, because it's from somebody that you care about, somebody that you given the chance to tell the truth, come clean. Just fucking straight lie to your face. And to see them lie to your face and you go off like a happy jackass, like, oh shit, all right, cool, everything's good. And them just turning around thinking, oh, I just got over on them. That shit hurt, man. So trust me, I understand that. I'm dreading the day that happens because I know it's gonna happen. You know it's gonna happen. I got 2 teenage daughters. I have a son. It's gonna happen. I don't know how I would deal with it at that point because that shit hurts me the most being lied to.
The worst part of this, and I had to have this conversation with my ex-wife about her telling me that I go too easy on him.
Oh, damn.
So now I'm mad at him. Like, you put me in this position with your mother. For this you will pay.
Yeah.
For this you will pay dearly.
Yeah, I feel like I was lied to, man.
Yeah.
I really do. Like I feel like the whole world that's listening to us, because we are international.
We are.
The whole world that's listening to us has been lied to. We all on this journey together. We were happy. We went to get our chicken nuggets. Came back.
Chicken nuggets. The nuggets were full of lies.
Yeah. Nuggets full of lies.
Just like the real ones from McDonald's.
Facts.
Yes.
I don't know, man. I mean, again, people definitely chime in on this topic here because it is something that's near and dear to us. I mean, it happened to Jay. I'm sure it's gonna happen to me.
Mm-hmm.
Marcel, I know things have been happening in life. Period. So like, it's not easy to deal with, especially coming from somebody that you love. Your son, your flesh and blood.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Oh, dude. Oh.
I mean, there's no return policy at this point. I mean, he's 12. I feel like the return policy's expired.
Yeah, it's expired
so he's mine.
now. You might as well just keep it.
If there was a DNA test even offered, I'm like, no, I'm good. He's mine.
It doesn't matter.
He's mine. Because at this point, I don't want to know.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Fuck, man. No. That's a serious thing. And you guys been with us on this 3-part journey.
Yeah.
This is the goddamn conclusion. What a fucking twist.
Yeah. No, this definitely. I mean, it threw everybody for a loop. Like, I was sitting there. Even my girlfriend is like, "Oh my God, is he okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, he's fine." And she asked me because she thought I was taking it reasonably well, and I was like, "What can I do right now?"
Nothing you
like
can
I
do.
felt totally helpless because he's on the other side of the state. I can't go this weekend. If I was just over there, you know what I mean? Like I can't take that trip. Excuse me. I got things that I got to do. I'm stuck. All I can do is hope that his mother doesn't kill him.
Yeah, you can't even fault her at this point because if it's with us as men, as fathers, as bad as it sounds, there is a little thing in the back like, all right, so my boy, that's my boy, fuck it.
Yeah,
for for mothers,
that's my baby.
That's my baby.
Yeah,
don't do that. That's my like 26, 27-year-old me, 25 really, and my mom. Well, as a matter of fact, when we found out she was pregnant, I was like, you fucking? I was like, well, what the fuck did you think I was doing at night, Ma? At 24. I don't know. Like, let's be for real here. Do you what do you think? I don't know. I thought she was going to be fucking gay. I was like, oh, well, shit, Ma. We weren't married, but I was living with my ex-girlfriend when we found out, or with my ex-wife when we found out she was pregnant. And my father was like, wait, what do you mean? I was like, what do you mean?
We live together. What do you think we're doing?
Fuck you think we fuck at night, man? Every night, disgustingly.
He's like, but you guys have a 3-bedroom apartment. I'm like, what do you think? We're sleeping in different bedrooms. We're fucking in all 3 of them. We're fucking in each and every single bedroom. We're fucking on the couch in the living room.
And the kitchen counter, like
kitchen
everywhere.
Counter, kitchen table, the one you ate off of when you came to visit. We fucked on it several times. It's our favorite place to fuck. I was 20 at the time. I was like, I am a 20-year-old soldier who just came back from a war, living with the high. Like, of course, I'm fucking all the time. You know that toilet you sat on, we fucked on it. That tub you took a shower in, we fucked in it. That sink you brushed your teeth on, Dad, come on, what did you think we were doing? Of course, she's pregnant. You should be more surprised at the fact that she wasn't pregnant 6 months ago. Yeah,
that's the more surprising thing.
That's the surprise.
Because at that point, when I was 24, I think we were together for like 3 years at that point. You should just be surprised that she's now getting pregnant.
You should be surprised that my pullout game was that on point.
Yeah. Or the birth control was good, because niggas ain't pulling out. Yeah, man. No, I dig it. It's not fun. It's not fun being lied to from anyone. Period. But from your own kid, it's different. And little man, I'm sorry. I can't even try to defend you on that at this point. You gotta. You're done. You're done. Football, phones, friends. You're lucky. Listen, you're lucky you can't breathe still, yeah? Because when I was that age and telling any kind of lies or
you just went Jamaican dad for a second, though. You just went Jamaican dad.
Because it hurt, man. And doing that shit, I didn't even have a bed to sleep on at that point. They took everything away. Beds, TVs, clothes. I remember and my dad and my mom, they're all about looking decent, dressing well. They made me dress up like shit, and the only person that would take me anywhere at that point would have been my grandfather, who works at a fucking junkyard. So that's where I would be for a weekend, looking like a piece of shit and working on fucked up cars.
Yep.
No, not fun. Not fun. Getting paid and them taking the money from you, not fun.
Yeah.
Not fun. I mean, do that now. It's called, FICA and all that other shit. But not fun when your parents do it.
Yeah. And he's going to have a hard lesson. Hopefully he comes back from this. Hopefully he learns from this and he can play football again next season. He'll get a phone back, when he's 18 and can pay for one himself.
Get that nigga a regular ass flip, not even a color screen.
Yo, he's getting one of them old school, what they call the Obama phones?
The Obama phones, track phone shits, yes.
Yeah, that's what he's getting. He's not even going to be able to play Snake. None of it.
None of
you
it.
get nothing.
No Snake, no.
You do not pass go. You don't get games. You don't get apps. Apps? Who gets apps? You know who gets apps? People who don't lie to their daddies. They get apps.
That's going to be forever.
Yep.
That line, you're going to hold over his head till he's fucking...
Oh, yeah. You know who gets McDonald's? You know who gets Happy Meals? Kids who don't lie to their fathers. I mean, he's going to be like 80.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be, what?
Old as fuck.
Well, I'm going to be 101. I'm still going to live. Hey, you don't get to die first. You know who gets to die first? Little boys who don't lie to their fathers. Now come here, you putz. You're going to watch me die.
Yeah, man. Nah.
Oh, you don't want to change your father's diapers? You know who doesn't change their father's diapers? Little boys who don't lie to their fathers.
Jesus Christ.
Now come here, I got a stinker. I don't know why I become Jewish when I'm old, but...
Yeah. I was like, I don't think that works.
Like I'm playing chess at a barbershop in Queens talking about Muhammad Ali.
Is that velvet?
There's a fly in the soup.
Oh man. Well, again, this is a sore subject, but.
And if you got anything to contribute, talk about, if you like to offer condolences, I'd appreciate them. Send them to us. Engage with us. Reach out to us. Hit us up. nodadjokes@gmail.com. Facebook /popson. No Dad Jokes with a Z on Twitter.
We're working on it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You want me to rub your back? You got this one?
No, ain't nobody rubbing anything right now.
All right, I'm just saying.
My son's rubbed enough.
Oh,
yeah.
Damn it! Wasn't gonna go there.
We went there.
Shit.
And then for more content, look out for us. We're on iTunes. We're on Android. We're on Google
Music.
Stitcher. We're on.
Tune in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you ain't got any of those, we're on Libsyn. Just click on the website, Popson, popson.libsyn.com, and you can listen to us right there. Look out for new and bigger and better things from us. Again, Big shouts out to the Burn It Down show. Appreciate you guys once again.
Yes, yes, guys. Thank you all. Computer, much love.
Yes, definitely. And look out for next week. We're going to be on 1K away.
Yeah, 1K away coming up. Got Ken and Coco. That'll be a fun episode. We're actually going to do a joint venture. We're going to be on their show and they're going to be on ours.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun.
That should be good. But until next time, folks, again, the internationally known Pop Song signing off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Spoil kids, not movies.
God damn it. God damn it.
I can't even bring myself to say that. I know it's my tagline. You know what? Hey, guys, spoil kids, not movies.
He lied.
And please, no dad jokes.
Fucking lied.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to Pops On. Email us any questions and your best dad jokes at nodadjokes@gmail.com. For more content, please like us on Facebook at facebook.com/nodadjokes. Follow us on Instagram at nodadjokes and Twitter at nodadjokes with a Z.
Yeah, we try to get no dad jokes within us, but apparently some thing that got out of hand wanted to take it and then not post anything for 2 years on Twitter because, hey, look at me, I'll get this now and maybe at some point I'll actually figure out how to use Twitter because it's not like I don't have anything else to do with my goddamn life. I'm just gonna these guys instead.
Whoa.
But
Hey, family show, man. Whoa, family.
I bet you his mother's a fucking hoe.